here. Now, every few pages into this novel, I had to stop and go back and check the copyright page to remind myself that this was written in 1994. I swear it was written last week with the 2020 election in mind. You know, big tech and shadowy cabals using propaganda and false information to manipulate the electorate. Swear it was just written. So what's this book about? Senator Robert Cazano is exploring the idea of a presidential run when he is struck down by a major stroke, leaving him a gibbering, drooling aphasic in a wheelchair. Hardly the person you want in charge of the nuclear codes. Or at least used to be. But even though he's trapped inside a non-responsive body, he retains a burning desire to be president. Problem is, his recovery will take him months past the primaries, and he certainly doesn't want the general public to know that he suffered a stroke and is in a wheelchair. So what to do? Well, he volunteers for an experimental chip installation in his head, one that will bypass his damaged nerves and allow him to stand up and converse and appear as presidential as the guys running the chip want him to be. Check back again, 1994. Okay. Now, this is a typical Neal Stephenson slow burn, with many things not apparent until you are well into it and begin to realize that something diabolical is going on, that the manipulator Cazano is himself being manipulated by something or someone we simply cannot identify. At least not until the last 30 pages or so. I mean, it's, pointing back over here, I mean, Neal Stephenson. Vintage Stephenson. Now, the book has an odd publishing history. I read a version, a reissue that was done in 2005, and it shows two authors, Neal Stephenson and Frederick George. It was actually published in 1994 under a pseudonym for both authors by the name of Stephen Barry. I don't know who Frederick George is. It turns out that his real name is George Jewsbury, and he is Stevenson's uncle and an accomplished historian who worked on the Civilization series. I never heard of him. And how much of this book is his and how much is Stevenson? Well, it looks like about 90 to 95% Stevenson to me. Anyway, I don't know if Stevenson is a prophet or one of those in-tune guys who can see a trend from a mile away. Supposedly, this novel was written to shade the 2000 election, you know, the Al Gore-George Bush one, but seems far more relevant to this most recent one. Misleading the public and high-tech interference and propaganda, you know, had to check back, and yeah, written in 1994. Or was it 1984? Old guy here. See you later.